to child protection and child safety. So you're going to use some observations that you see. You might have professional discussions with others. Is there any documentation that you can supply? And then analyse how the service currently addresses child safety in practice. That might be in terms of recruitment. It might be in terms of training. It might be in terms of a program that they use with the children. So that might look different in different services. Okay, so that section's only 500 words, approximately, if we're breaking it down. Then you've got part B, where you're going to specifically analyse the Child Safe Culture Guide in around 700 words. And there's a few different sections and questions to ask with that. So child safety is embedded in organisational leadership, governance and culture, and then some questions related to that. Children participating in decisions affecting them. What does children's voices look like in the service? What does it sound like? What strategies are in place for this to happen for children in terms of their agency and their rights? Families and communities are informed and involved. How does that happen around child safe policies? How are families kept informed? Do they use meetings? Is there digital media posts? What opportunities exist for families to be part of that decision making? Is there equity upheld and diverse needs are respected? So how does the service do that? Are there barriers to inclusion that might need addressing? So there's a lot of information to collect in this section, but it's only 700 words as well. In terms of people working with children, how does the service ensure that they're complying with the working with children checks? What does induction look like? What does supervision look like? How are staff supported to recognise and respond to any child protection concerns? Is there a policy around that? And then part 6 or question 6 is processes to respond to complaints and concerns, child focus. How does that happen? What systems are in place for that to happen? What happens if there's a breach in policy? How are these systems communicated to the children, the families and the staff? Okay. And then there's part C, which is 600 words, which is the final part of this assessment, being 15 to 1800 words. And it's in each of the areas analysed in part B, look at what are the strengths in the service's current approach. Are there any gaps or areas of concern in each of those? And propose and justify 2 practical quality improvement strategies that could help strengthen compliance and practice. Okay, so use your text as well for that and any readings to help support any of that information as well. So it looks like a big assignment. There's lots of parts to it, but your words are not a huge amount for what you're looking at. Okay, so again, use the assessment policy, make sure you follow the APA 7th edition protocol.